Good morning everyone. Praise the Lord. Today we are going to do English. So in last class we have learned two-letter word. In last class we have learned two-letter word and a b e b ib a g a b ab. So all this we have learned in two-letter word, and also we have learned this as well as the writing. Now today, excuse me. Today we are going to do three-letter word. So the three-letter word are here. Now we are going to read the sound of this three-letter as well. We are going to write here. Now this is copy the three-letter words. So by seeing this, we have to read. Also we will write here. So C sounds K, A sounds A, T sounds T. So K, A, T, cat. So what you will do, you have to write here. K, A, T. Cat. Now this is verb. W, A, B, verb. We are going to write here. W, A, B, verb. And next this is rug. R, R sounds R, R, A, G, rug. R, A, G, rug. So this same way, the remaining you will do it as a homework. K, A, T, cat. W, A, B, verb. R, A, G, rug. And this. So say the name of the picture and match the ending sound with the pictures. So here is the name of the picture. By seeing this, reading this picture, the ending sound of this picture. So we are going to match to that letter. So this is jam. Jam. The ending sound comes So sounds M. So we are going to match here. You should use the ruler for matching. You are going to match the ending sound here. Jam. This is bus. Ending sound is S. Sounds S. Bus. So you are going to match here. Yes. And this is web. Web. Ending sound is B. So you will match this B. B. Log. Log. Ending sound is G. G sounds G. So you will match here. So all this you will do it as a homework. So make sure you will use the ruler when you match the alphabets to the picture by reading the ending sound of the pictures. And the page number will be sending in WhatsApp. Now we are going to do the EVS here. Now we are going to do the EVS. So in last class we have learned about water in the house. How do we use water? So from the tank we get the water. From this tank where all the water moves. So we read this. So first we get water from here. it goes to garden, and then it goes to bathroom, washroom, swimming pool. So you will get the water from like well, tube well, like hand pump. All this was there in olden days. Now you can see the well. So all this was there in olden days. Now we read this, in a house we get water from taps. This water is stored in a big overhead tanks. So what water we use at home, we get from this big tank. The overhead tanks, so to the tops, taps. So from this, the overhead tank, this is a big tank. So from this tank we get water to all the parts in our home. That is like all the rooms, all the taps, toilet, garden, washroom, then swimming, all the places. Draw lines using, so this one also we have done in last class. Now we will see what all the things it's in the water, it's getting sink. Sink means it will float. Now we are going to see here sink and float. Sink is the things which we get sink in the water. We'll see which are the things which will sink in the water and which are the things will float in the water. When put in water, some things sink in water while some keep on floating on the surface of the water. So when we put some things in the water, some will sink on the water and some will float on the water. Some will sink. Sink in a sense it will go inside. So sink in the water and some will float on the water. So the feather of the birds, when you put in the water, it will float on the water because it is lightweight. Pencil, it will also float on the water because it is also lightweight. And this empty plastic container, the container which is empty in plastic, so it will also float in the water. And the bath toy, so that is also light, that is also will float in the water. Paper also will float in the water. Leaf also will float. Then straw also will float. Sponge also will float in the water. Ice cubes also will float. And this log also will float. Cork, the bottle's cork, that one also will float in the water. And which will sink in the water. Marble, so which is heavy, it will sink in the water. Marble, key, scissor, hammer, toy car, bolt, coin, spoon, eraser, pebble, all this will sink in the water. Now here we have the activity. We are going to do the activity here. Now we are going to do the activity here. So we are going to see what all the things are going to get sink and what all the things are going to get, it's going to float on the water. Now I have a ball here. So I am going to drop this ball. It is floating because it is light. And the cup, here is a cup, ice cream cup. This I am going to put this in the water and it is also floating. And now I am going to put the eraser. So eraser is sink. It has gone inside the water because it is heavy. And then I am going to put this keychain. So keychain is also, see, the wooden piece. Wooden is sinking on, floating on the water, but the key is sink. The key has sink. It has sink. Only the key has sink, but the wooden is floating on the water. And now I am going to insert a small bottle. So bottle is heavy. It is sink in the water. And now I have a toy. This is a toy, bear toy. So I am going to put this. It is floating on the water because it is light. And then a sponge. So this is also floating on the water. This is a sponge with wooden. So this is also floating on the water. And you can see here, I am going to put the pencil. So pencil also is floating on the water. And now I am going to insert the stone. So the stone, it is sinked in the water. So many things are floating on the water. What are the things? Let us see. The ball, small ball, it's floating. And then the cup, ice cream cup, it is floating. And then a toy, this is bear toy, it is floating. And then a pencil, it is floating. And then a sponge with wood, this is also floating. And now sink. Now see, I had a key and a chain. So I have inserted this key and the wooden. So here the key is sinked in the water and the wooden is floating. The wooden is floating. This is a wooden piece and it is floating. And the bottle, tiny bottle, paint bottle. So it is sinked in the water. And eraser is also sinked in the water. And here is a stone. I took a stone also it was sinked in the water. So these are the things, it will sink in the water. The heavy things will sink in the water and the light things will float on the water. Now you saw our activity, what we have done, which will float on the water and which will sink in the water. So parents, you also can give more examples to your kids at home and teach them this and let them learn this page, the page number 41 and the page number, and the homework will be sending in WhatsApp. Thank you.